Catra and Adora's relationship has always been really close but fraught, and now it's almost seemed like it's come to the point of no return. Is that the case going into season 4, or is there still hope for them to finally find common ground again?
There's always hope.
Yeah, there is.
Never lose
especially
hope.
for like friends.
Yes.
I mean, I think we have such a foundation. I think
Yeah.
Adora and Catra, they're bound to become friends again at some point, I hope, because I feel like that's the foundation of what they built for years as kids.
Right. They've been through so much together. You almost have to have a rift in order to really kind of, when you do come back together, have it being meaningful and having grown as into adults or whatever you're going to grow into. It almost makes it stronger. But we're not there yet.
No, we're
and
not.
certainly not this season.
No, at the top of season 4, we are sworn enemies.
Yeah.
You ended season 3 on such, a heartbreaking note for Catra and Adora, and what's the aftermath of that been like? And how's it been like writing, two characters that you want to see come back together so bad, but they just can't?
Yeah, it's so interesting because I love, Adora and Catra's relationship. A lot of my episodes explore them in particular because I find them so compelling. The thing that's so tragic about them, I think, is that it's two people who care about each other very deeply and yet can't quite talk to each other. They do know more about each other than anyone else in the world, and yet they never quite hear what the other is saying. We had that episode in season 1 where it's them trying to reconcile and they just make it worse. So I think for someone like Catra, who's like, she won't let go of this hurt, and she feels like the way to remedy that is to just rise as high as she can, take everything by force, and become so powerful that no one can break her heart again. That's not a trajectory that you can pull someone off of very easily. She has to kind of find that, like, her actual fulfillment for herself, because I think the big question is, does she really want power, or does she want something else? And I think that Adora is, even though she knows Catra and she sees her, she doesn't really understand her, and she doesn't know how to get through to her. And so she's been trying to reach her over the last few seasons, and I think she's finally, I don't know that she's fully given up, but she's trying to give up on Catra.
What does Catra love about Adora and vice versa?
I think in a lot of ways, Catra really admires Adora's determination. In some ways, Adora has been like this, I think as a kid, this is how I picture it at least, an inspiration to Catra. Like, I was always at the foot of her bed. Like, in a way, she was my older sister, even though she was my best friend. And I think that I've seen her determination, and it's what's made, in some ways, Catra grow stronger with her villainy. Is that even a word?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, right on.
We just made it.
It is now.
Yeah.
And I really think that it's kind of fed Catra's need to want to win, but I also think it's what's made Catra be like, oh my gosh, I have something to fight for, because she won't let up just as much as I want. So I think I see that like fellow determination and that bravery, and I think it really like switches something on with Catra. I think she really respects it.
I think similarly, there's a mutual sort of admiration, but more than that, there's like a mutual, or at least on Adora's side, like, I see you, and I actually see you. I know what's in your heart, despite, I think Catra's someone you peel sort of like an onion, and the fact that like Adora gets to the heart of her is important. And I think in the same way she sees Adora as more than like a perfectionist, really good at her job. She sees her. They both see each other in a way that's real and true. Even in their worst moments, that's why there's so much tension and so much like electricity, because they aren't fooling each other. They know who each other are. Anyway, so I think that's maybe that she can see her for real, who she is.